What's good? What's good? This is Stika the podcast. Hey, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Hey, I appreciate all the love and support, toda mi gente. I hope you're doing good, taking care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, wherever you're at in your life, man, take care of yourself. Yo, whenever things go wrong in your life, what do? Who do you lean towards? What are you saying? What are you doing? I know what works for me. Get down on my knees and say my prayers. I'm not the most religious person in the world. I can't tell you the Bible from the beginning to the end, but I do know that there's a higher power, and I got to protect my energy, protect myself, my soul, and teach the lessons that I've learned out there in the world, and apply those in my everyday life. It's every day gonna be very religious, every day gonna be holy, every day is gonna be good and beautiful. No, we got those dark moments, and the truth does come out in the dark. The light comes out in the dark. And there've been days, man, like I'm just facing those moments and I say a prayer. I remember as a kid, I used to be extremely scared of the dark. And this is no shade to my father, but a lot had to do with the way he handled things when I was growing up. I don't put no blame to him. We all go through our trials and tribulations. As we get older, we realize, hey, I can't do that with my own kids. I couldn't imagine being left in the room, pitch black dark for hours at a time. And just left there. It creates this person that becomes very bitter, very angry, in tears, trying to figure out what am I doing wrong in my life that my father doesn't love me like I want him to love me. That's why when I look at my kids every day, I tell them I love them. I listen to their stories. My daughter, it might not be my daughter doesn't like sleeping in the dark, but I turn on a light for her. And I try to get her used to being, it's okay to be in the dark, baby. We all gonna get, in our life, we all gonna face those dark moments. So when I hear Kevin Gates, right, the angel of fear, and this religious, with Paul Pierce, if y'all leaning towards Kevin Gates to get some understanding about life, you have to really acknowledge who you are as a person. And there's nothing wrong with listening to Kevin Gates, because there are times I listen to him and I say, okay, that's cool. But there's always the other side. What are we promoting? What's the narrative going to be? What are we pushing? And when I hear him talk, he has some valuable points. But this religious thing is something that I don't dive into. With him and the basketball player homie, right? You understand what I'm saying? And, like they're trying to speak in codes without speaking in codes. And I'm just like, bro, what are y'all trying to sell here? But like I said, if you're leaning towards Kevin Gates to get an understanding of where you at in your life, cabrón, do something different, man. And I think what it really comes down to, right? And I didn't really think about it like this until something just popped up on my YouTube channel about DMX. And I think that's what we're missing in hip hop. When you have that conversation about religion and about God or whatever, right? Even the dark side, the devil, the demons and all that stuff, right? You're looking for answers for your own problems. So when DMX was around, he gave you that gospel. He gave you something to look forward to when you were listening to his album, when you're listening to him speak, when he was on shows. And that's what I think people are missing in life. They want that feeling again that everything is going to be okay. Because when you saw DMX go through his ups and downs, and he still had that word of God to you, it hit different, right? And that's what you're expecting when you hear Kevin Gates. That's what I think people are expecting. But the music and the way he moves is not the same way DMX was moving. And I'm not comparing both of them. Don't get it twisted. It's not a comparison who's better, Kevin Gates and DMX. They're two different people. But what I'm saying to y'all is that when we fall into this trap about religion and about all this, I think we lean towards certain individuals because we're trying to look for answers ourselves. I can't expect no answers from Kevin Gates about religion. I can't, because there's been too many moments that I've seen. Y'all seen that one video. I know, look, do some research. There's a video circulating around where he has his daughter in front of him and some other woman. And like I said, I don't know what they doing, what they talking about. They're speaking in codes or whatever in another world that I don't even tap into. But his daughter said something about, I did magic on my little brother yesterday. I'm like, wait a minute. Rewind the tape. You did magic on your little, in what kind of way? You know, like pull a rabbit out of a hat. What are we talking about here? Have I tapped into those kind of energies? No, I haven't, and I don't want to tap into them, because there's been times where people have said, I'm going to read your cards. I'm going to read, you know, your future in a way. And I'm like, I don't want you to read nothing in my future cover. I want to live in the present moment. And I remember there was this one individual, he said that he knew somebody that was so tapped into that if he was to read your future, there'd be a high possibility you'd be scared to live your life the way you need to live it, because you're going to be, okay, I can't go that way. If I go that way, this might happen. Or, you know, you start questioning things about life. The impact you play in the world is going to affect depending on who you are. I know people that they don't care about living a certain lifestyle like I want to live. Does that make them a bad person? No, it just makes them a person that, hey, I'm okay with living like this. So y'all leaning on to this Kevin Gates thing, just look, take the good of what you heard, because there's some valuable things that he was talking about, especially when he's diving into the whole masturbation and about men and you celebrating some other men's success. And he's open about it. But how many men struggle through that process, right? Watching certain adult activities and you getting off on that and not realizing, hey, what am I doing for myself? I could use that energy somewhere else to build my empire. And he talks about stuff like that. So like I said, there are good things that Kevin Gates does say, and other things you be like, all right, bro, man. And I'm not going to jump into the whole racist thing, because I'm like, hey, look, I'm already tapped out of that years ago, man. Like, everybody got their reasons of what to believe and all, and you lean towards this or lean to that. I'm not into that. But when it comes to religion, man, I will say this: do your research. Do what you have to do, what's best for you and what works for you. I can't tell you that whatever I do might work for you. Me saying a prayer changes a lot of things. There's been times when I say a prayer and I'm like, man, I'm going through it, man. And out of nowhere, I go do something. I'm like, wow, man. It's just amazing how some people could change your perspective or how you view things by having a simple conversation or just doing something. And it just makes your whole day a lot brighter. I don't know if the prayer worked, but I know that I talked to God. But like I said, man, I think we're leaning into this whole angel of fear too much. Let Kevin Gates be Kevin Gates, man. Let him do him, you do you. That's my 2 cents on that religion thing. I think we lean into it. I like listening to his music. Am I going to be like, hey, kids, let's go do some magic on your little brother and your little sister? Wait a minute. Y'all do me a favor, man. Subscribe to the channel. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Share this video on all your social media platforms. Drop a comment in the comment section. Most interactive with mi gente, tu sabes. Hit the notification bell to get notified. Visit the website r2drec.com. And always remember, have peace in your heart, have faith, and never give up. All right, one. What's good? What's good? This is Stico. Hey, do me a favor, man. Somewhere on here, you get a chance to check out my other channel. I release all my music there. We have a lot of music coming out this year. Y'all definitely don't want to miss out. Do me a favor as well. Check out the website, r2drec.com. Purchase your merchandise. Let's keep this moving going. Thank you for all the love and support, and thank you for being patient with me. Hey, let's get it this year. All right, one.